Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Jordan. Thanks for watching. Today I am super excited to share this video with you. I put out a video about this guitar about a week ago, but what I showed in that video was not the coolest thing about this guitar. And let me start with a little bit of backstory. I'm a big fan of Rhett. I've been watching his videos for years, and I've been listening to his podcast with the Mythos Pedals, Zach Broyle. I've been listening to their podcast for since it came out, and so I've heard a lot of their stories, and a couple of the things that always stuck out to me about Rhett's music career is he talked about owning a Taylor T5. At the time that I heard that, I was kind of looking into the idea of hybrids. I've done a few videos about different, variations of the hybrid on my channel, and those are old videos. They're not great. I honestly probably didn't know much about them at the time, and I've learned a lot since then. Sidebar here, I've been putting out videos since before I knew anything about guitars, and over the last couple of years I've learned a ton, and part of that has been through Rhett's channel. So when he told the story about having a T5, I was super interested, but then he said that he hated it because it wouldn't handle real amplifiers, and he doesn't like the hybrid guitar because of that concept, and that they feed back too much, and I think he has a few other reasons. Honestly, it's been a while since I've heard him talk about it. But that really got me thinking, because I was looking into building this guitar at the time that I heard that story. So when I started designing this guitar, I started looking into what keeps a guitar from feeding back. I took a solid piece of walnut, that's the back and sides here, it's one piece of walnut, and I hollowed out the middle so that I could put a top on it and make it an acoustic guitar. And I've used this guitar, plugged in through an acoustic amplifier quite a bit. I've played several gigs with it, open mics, stuff like that, and the top does move. It's not super resonant because it's a little bit thicker, and the bracing is set up in such a way to make it super durable, and that definitely helps with feedback resistance. But the other thing I did when I was hollowing this out, I actually cut down the top of that walnut just a little bit over where the sound, over where the pickup is going to be. And then I hollowed out where the pickup was going to be. I've hollowed out the pickup cavity, and then I carved around about 5/8 of an inch. I left all the way around this pickup cavity. So there's actually a ring of wood that comes up almost to the top. It's down just enough so that the top can vibrate as it needs to be acoustically pleasing when plugged in. And I left that chamber around there specifically for the purpose of trying to keep it from feeding back. And honestly, it's been long enough at this point, I can't even remember if I shielded that cavity or not. But it is completely enclosed, so the bottom of the pickup is completely enclosed. And this guitar, I'm not saying it won't feed back, it does, but it's manageable feedback. And yeah, I'm just super happy with the way this turned out. Now the camera audio is going to be a little bit weird because I'm shooting this on a cell phone. I do not have a camera, so please don't judge me. I'm just not to that point in my YouTube career yet. But I've got this Laney Ironheart 60. This has a built-in attenuator, so I've got it set at right around 20 watts, about a third of what it's capable of. So I'm going to roll this in, and I guess just right before I start, I am not an electric guitar player. I love electric guitar, but I just cannot play because I have not practiced enough. I play mostly acoustic, as you can see from this, but I still want to demo what this amp can do. So that's about 20 watts there and about half volume. So it's very loud in here, much louder, and it would probably start to really hurt my ears. So I'm not going to turn it up much louder. I also have neighbors that are just a few feet on the other side of this wall, and I really don't want to get the cops called on me. So like I said, it's about 20 watts, about half of that power, about half volume. But as long as I've got a few feet off to the side where I can have the amplifier set up and it's not directly pushing air into the guitar itself, I could play a pretty decent sized gig, like whatever 60 watts is capable of. Like, I think I could turn this amp most of the way up and play with this. Hey, Future Jordan here. I probably should have worded that statement a little bit differently and done a little more testing with that guitar and that amp before making that statement. I was super excited that the guitar could handle what gain I was throwing at it with that amp, because it is a metal amplifier. Like, that's what it's made for, is for high gain, heavy chugs, all of that. But I should not make the statement that I could probably play that thing at full volume until I test it. So with that being said, back to the video. So this is not a perfect design. It's not a perfect guitar, but I am super excited about it, in at least that this is my prototype model. I've been thinking about building these for a long time. I learned a lot about woodworking when I built this, and I learned a lot about just guitar building in general, in just all of my research on how to build this so that it wouldn't feed back, also how to build it to be acoustically pleasing, how to build it so that it would be resilient to the cold but also still sound good. And I have left this guitar in my car when it was like -5 outside, and I left it out there all night. I took my other acoustic guitar in, but this one didn't end up making it into the building where I was staying, and it was fine. I haven't even had to adjust the action since then, and that was about a year ago. So I'm super happy with this guitar. Like I say, I'm not an electric player, but I'm excited about the possibility that I might be able to build these for people in the future that are electric players, and they can have a versatile guitar that not only can they do a little bit of acoustic stuff if need be for a song, but also that will rock if they need it to. So I'm excited about that. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe you hate this guitar. That's okay. Please be courteous about hating my guitar. And maybe you love this guitar, and that's awesome. Maybe you're a guitar builder and you've got some some critiques or something, or some added information that the next time I build one would be super helpful for me to know, or a different resource out there that would be really good. If you would leave that in the comments, that would genuinely be awesome. And yeah, I just love to hear from you guys, and hope that you enjoyed this video. Hope you guys have a great day, and enjoy playing guitar, enjoy music, and yeah, be a good person. So you guys have a good one.